That's totally
Like,
fine.
oh.
Absolutely fine. Like, fucking, that's just the way it is. People like to feel something when they are involved with a piece of fiction. That's just what we desire. Just some people desire one part of feeling other than other parts. Like, some people just want to always feel, like, pumped from all that shonen shit. Or just, like, they want to
Oh,
get sad, so they watch a bunch of, like, depressing things.
yo. Alright, someone in the chat just said Last of Us is a sad game. I'm gonna put my opinion out there on that real quick. The beginning intro was sad. Anything else after that, you're pushing it too far.
Really?
How is the brothers not sad? How is finding the family in the sewer not sad?
That was sad.
That
That
entire
was really
game is
sad.
everything about that game is depressing. That's kind of
Yeah.
the
That
point.
is so sad.
Like
And I can
had
under.
we all started talking.
the DLC was also fucking sad.
Yeah,
I
it was. Although,
guess
Oh, yeah.
I
With Riley
must have
and shit?
missed some parts of the game, I guess, because I don't remember anything too sad after the intro.
okay, I can understand people being disinterested in it because the whole atmosphere is depressing. It's post-apocalyptic. 20 years have passed. Everything has gone to hell. Everything has gone to shit.
Yeah.
So
Like that
taking
music.
all of that in at once is it can overwhelm people to the point
It
where
is
they
an
just don't
emotionally
care.
draining game.
Yes.
Some people are asking.
It makes you like apathetic towards it after a while.
Oh!
What?
Actually, never mind. The black guy and his kid, that was sad.
Yeah, that was the brothers.
Yeah, the
brothers.
brothers.
Shit.
Yeah, that part.
Sorry.
I
Okay,
was so
that part
fucking
was
crushed
kind of
after that
sad.
part.
That part was kind of sad. That part left me a little like, oh man, that
As
sucks.
soon as I saw the bite
I
mark,
had
I was
to-
just like, "Fuck, dude!"
Yeah.
Oh my god, like, cause they like the night before they were fucking bonding. Joel was like happy. He looked happy for the first fucking time, and then suddenly, done. Just
Yeah,
done.
that's that. Okay, that is the one part of the whole game where I was like, besides the opening, where I was like, okay,
Yeah, the opening is fucking immediate. Like, this is the worst thing I've ever done. But then, like, that part is just like, you remember this? Remember how this game can be sad? Here you go. This is it. Just take it. Have some sadness in your life.
Borderlands is fun.
Truth be told, like the first one, didn't like the second one.
Really?
Yep, don't like
I
it.
like the second one better.
I think the second one is too filled with a fucking bunch of memes and shit. That's why
That
Watch
is
Dogs
true.
also sucks.
That is very true. That is very true.
I hate forced internet culture in video games. I hate it so fucking much.
I'm starting to hate that. Yeah,
Yep.
as well.
Oop. Can we go back to the sad part in Last of Us? Because
Okay.
I had to stop. I had to pause for like 5 minutes after the sewer family.
With Ish
Finding-
and all that, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Finding that one note with Kyle. I found it right here, and it says,
It's taking
who
me
was it?
like
It wasn't
forever to
Kyle.
remember the
But
Super
he
Family
said
in
if it
general.
comes down to it, I'll make it quick.
Yep.
And then you see all the bodies, and it's so sad.
Yeah, that was
And then knowing
that
that
was
they're
good.
kids.
Was that like
That
the
was really
spring
good.
part?
What's up?
The spring, like the
No,
like,
that wasn't spring. That was
fall.
The whole area with Ish and stuff is right after you.
The suburbs.
Yeah, right after you come out of the city and you go into the river. You wash up on the shore and there's like a boat that's washed up there and you can find a note about Ish and such. And then you learn the story of that character and his plight and such. And then you pretty much you come to the realization that you're not the only one in this situation going through the exact same things. It's the whole world is dealing with this shit.
Yeah.
But that's kind of the thing, though. As the player, you don't go through any of that.
That's true. You don't get to experience that. You know what would be fucking cool is if that was a DLC though. You experience that.
No, I'm perfectly okay with them implementing it the way they did
Oh, yeah.
as secondhand.
Just the story and all that stuff. But I would not complain if that was like a DLC though. Like I don't like I'm not craving it, but that would be a really cool feature if they did do that. Just because
It's so sad. I would not be able to do that.
like you know what's gonna happen, but you just want to see how they're gonna like pull it off, you know? I don't
The
know.
thing about all of the other characters, sans Ellie and Joel, and I guess Tommy and his wife, they all have tragic things happen to them. Whereas Joel and Ellie have already had those things happen to them.
True. Also, the person that just said, "But The Last of Us ending sucked." No,
Really?
Punch you.
it
I'm
did
gonna punch you.
not
Where,
suck.
where is that person?
The reason
Where are
why
they?
you think it sucked is because you're just like, well, what
You were
happened
not
after he
emotionally
said
invested.
that? What happened then? That's probably why you think it sucked.
I can
Wrong.
understand people being
You
just
can be upset.
generally pissed off with
Yeah.
Joel. That's a lot of, or from what I've read and from what I've heard from people, people are just annoyed with how the characters handled it. That doesn't make the ending bad.
Yeah, that's still real though. Like that is how the character himself in that situation, that's how he would have done it from the get-go, because he developed that bond with Ellie. That was that fucking, she replaced his daughter in his life and he didn't want to let her go again. So he did what he had to do. Man,
That's what I love about
Well,
this.
actually,
It's so real.
it is real. It's fucking
I
real.
You
think-
can understand every decision.
I think when a piece of literature or something of that sort, like a game, a movie, a TV show, whatever, when they make you mad at a certain character for doing something, that means they're doing it right.
Yeah. Perfect example is Joffrey from Game of Thrones. The whole fucking world hated him. That means he did it. Proper. Fuck you, Joffrey. Not
See,
spoiling anything, but that guy's a dick.
Right,
I
that's not
hated-
spoilers. You find that in like 5 seconds out. Sorry,
I hated Joffrey's character not because he was a massive tool, but because that's all there was to his character. I hate characters like that.
That's true.
Yeah,
I can
alright,
agree
I can
with
get
that.
behind that. That's true.
I'm not saying that each character has to have some redeemable quality, but
But the only reason he was even a character is just to be a dick.
yeah, that was his sole purpose,
Yeah,
being a dick.
that's fair. I think it's more so
Well, it's
like
also pertinent to the story.
he is
It
pertinent
is.
to the story.
He's pertinent to the story because he's being a dick.
Yes,
That is his function in the story.
yes.
True.
I think it's just what he
But he is
does
also
as
a
he's being a
psychopath,
dick. Like, what
and
is the consequences
They
of
don't
his
really
dickishness?
have that many redeeming features.
I'm just saying, I don't want to spoil what happens, but I'm glad it happened. That's all I'm saying.
I know what happened. I don't even watch the show.
Alright, good. We
I
all know what
saw-
happens, but we don't want to spoil it for people who don't watch the show as well.
I saw a gif of it.
I saw it right before I watched the show. I fucking saw it on my dashboard. I was like, fuck you.
Eleanor, that is a great game. I love that game.
I never got to finish it. I played like 13 hours, never finished it.
Babe!
I know. You're mad at me for a lot of things. That's another one.
That's an ending that tugged at my heart, too.
Yo,
I
worst
got
death in a
really
game?
far.
Hold up. Okay, if anyone says the worst death in a game is not, I can't even believe I can't remember his name. Oh, Morden Solus. Mass Effect 3.
How about let's not talk Mass Effect spoilers, or at least give people
Fair enough.
warning before we spoil things like
Yeah,
that.
that's true.
Oh,
Good. Well,
shit.
well.
Wait, did I just spoil it for you, Snake?
No, I've
No,
played
he's
it,
played.
but
Okay, good. I was like, oh god, I feel
But-
terrible, because that's like the most... Alright.
Is
never
it-
mind.
I don't want to like carry on with the same exact thing we're saying that we shouldn't be talking about, but isn't there a way to actually keep him alive though? Like, is there at all anyway? Or am I wrong?
Not...
I will answer this in TeamSpeak.
Okay. Okay. Alright. Gotcha. Either way, if you haven't played Mass Effect, please, do yourself a favor. Do. Alright.
Yeah.
Don't watch a
Red
Let's
Dead
Play of it.
Redemption. Oh god.
Never
Oh,
played
God.
past an
Never-
hour and a half into the game.
Oh.
I'm just really bad with playing a console game. If it was on the PC, I would have probably even beaten the game. But for some reason, I can't fucking play console games.
That's a good ending, right there. That is a great ending. That is a great ending.
Good call.
I feel really bad for anyone that I spoiled the thing I said for Mass Effect 3.
It's alright. It's whatever. We do it all the time. Someone wants to know what our opinion on the BioShock series is.
Oh, I played the first one, thought it was really good, but I knew about the thing that happens. Everyone knows.
I still don't.
Really? BioShock 1?
No, I know what happens, but still don't. I haven't played it, but I know what happens, but don't spoil it.
Oh, well.
Yeah, it was spoiled for me, and I was not happy about it.
Yeah. I also know the ending, but I didn't play the second one, because everyone was like, it's boring.
I wasn't a huge fan. I stopped around when you like start taking pictures of things. I'm just like, what the fuck is this shit? I felt like I was playing Pokemon Snap and BioShock.
Nothing will live up in the BioShock series to actual BioShock.
Yeah, BioShock 1 was really good. I played BioShock Infinite, and I was like, I can't get behind the fact that I only have 2 weapons. So I didn't beat it.
I fucking adored BioShock Infinite. I don't know what you're talking about.
Infinite was fucked up.
The ending? I don't know.
It was a shitty story.
You played the fuck out of it.
I have. I've almost completed it. I only need to finish on 1999 mode, and then I'm platinumed.
Yeah.
But that was a...
You are such an achievement whore.
It could have been so much better.
You are such an achievement whore.
Yeah,
I enjoyed Infinite.
I always hate when people like it's like, man, 100% in this game, it sucks. Like, why did you 100% it if it sucks? Like, I can't get behind that.
The good guys. No, actually they're not. They're actually the bad guys. Racism. Bad.
Well, that's the very beginning thing, though.
I always hear it's like constants and variables. Like, everyone always brings that up.
Well, you know, it's...
I don't know. I felt it was such a cop-out. It was so lazy.
Yeah.
I liked it. Your opinion is acceptable, but I still liked it.
Everyone's always like, game's really good. And I'm like, alright. Never played it, really. I only played the first few hours and stuff. I heard the ending, though.
Don't hate someone because they don't like a story of something. Hate someone because they beat you up or something. Hate someone because of that. Story. Yeah, don't hate someone just for having a different opinion on something as even a fictional thing than you. Sillies. Goodness. I mean, now, if she said, you know, To the Moon was bad, then I'd have to beat her up. But she's not. So we're okay.
Infinite wasn't bad overall. It had a lot of bad parts, though.
I wasn't a terrible fan of the gameplay, personally.
Yeah, that's why I didn't beat it.
The gameplay, it was doable at least.
It was doable, but it wasn't memorable by any stretch.
Yeah, it wasn't memorable.
No, not at all.
The plasmids were much more enjoyable than the.
Oh God, yes.
What are the other ones called?
Vigors.
Vigors.
Yeah, I much more enjoy the plasmids.
Vigor. What a stupid name.
Straight from the beginning of BioShock 1, it's already better. Zap 'em and whack 'em. Okay, that's awesome. At least I think that's awesome.
Wasn't a huge fan, because you always knew, like, hey, there's this huge new area, there's no enemies around. Okay, well, here comes a bunch of waves of enemies. Every time.
That too.
It got predictable, it got very whatever, but the story helped drag me along, because I was still involved in it. However, truth be told, I did not like BioShock Infinite. Infinite. I can't talk. I did not like BioShock Infinite.
BioShock Infamous.
Until after you got, until after you met the, or was going to meet that Asian gun maker or whatever the hell his name is. You know that part?
Yes.
Once you got that part, once got past that part, that's when I actually got into the game. But before that part, I was kind of not really feeling it too much.
I was kind of the opposite.
Really?
I was really digging the whole dynamic between Booker and Elizabeth, just the building of that relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And just that the atmosphere of the game in general up until that point. And all the way up until the end, I was not a fan.
Really?
But then the end hit, and I was okay with it.
Yeah. Yeah, once that ending actually happened, though, I was pretty fucking speechless for quite a bit, actually.
I'm so lazy.
It's just difference of opinion is all. That's how it goes. Not everything works for everybody, you know? Fuck it.
What about the Batman games?
I only
Origins.
ever beat Arkham Asylum.
I've played all of them. Origins pissed me off.
Origins, everyone says Origins was bad. Like,
Wasn't
didn't even count.
Origins not even made by the same people, or was it?
No, it
wasn't.
wasn't Rocksteady. It was... Christ, who was it?
But I don't remember who it was. I don't care.
That's why. Rocksteady's a great fucking studio.
Apparently,
Yeah.
the next one they're making is made by the same people. It's bigger than Arkham City, and it's way longer, and it's gonna be really fucking good. I don't remember what it's called though.
It's just called Batman.
It might be.
No, it's called
Gotham
Batman
Knight,
64.
Isn't it? No, it's not Gotham Knight.
It might be.
Actually, it might be Gotham Knight. Let me check.
Yeah, I think it is Gotham Knight. But yeah, like, I don't know. I've always liked Batman.
Dude, when it comes to
Arkham Asylum.
Batman, you know what Batman game I really want to happen fucking finally? Is a Batman Beyond game. A proper Batman Beyond game. In the style
Arkham Knight.
Was Arkham Knight? Is that gonna be a thing?
That's the
Oh, Arkham Knight.
new one they're developing.
Oh, okay. Oh, yes. All right. Yeah,
Oh,
that
okay.
game looks pretty good. But yeah,
I don't know.
Batman Beyond, that would be really good. Yeah.
And Beyond pisses me off too, but that's because of what they do with the plot.
I didn't follow it incredibly. I just caught a few episodes as a kid. I'm not sure what happened to the plot. I'm just thinking like the world itself looks very interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like cyberpunk and stuff, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is a
Yeah.
very good series up until a point.
Okay.
I'm a sucker for cyberpunk.
I love the idea of the world. Like everything was like red and dark. It was really odd to me as a kid.
Yeah.
And like there was was it called splicing, where they like or animal people pretty much?
Yes.
That was a really cool concept. I think that could be really easily used in like a video game and stuff. Like so many things open up for like a variety of like enemies and such.
Assassin's
I said it
Creed,
in such quite a few times.
one of the most overrated series of all time, hands down.
I can agree with that. That is absolutely fine. I enjoy the game, but I will agree that it is indeed overrated.
Honestly, okay, I like Assassin's Creed 2 for the story and like the kind of like whoa ending.
Mm-hmm.
After that, no, Assassin's Creed, not even Assassin's Creed 1 either. Like
Assassin's
2
Creed
was
1
like
was
okay,
very, very repetitive.
repetitive.
Yeah, that's why I never finished it.
It's literally the same thing over and over again. You go to a town, you meet a contact, they tell you to kill a guy, you get info, you kill the guy.
Yeah, it was literally the same thing over and over again. And then it randomly was like, "Hey, this is a great realistic game. Now here's this giant magical thing." I'm like, oh, well, that's something.
Yeah, right? Like, it's just randomly like, oh, yes, in fact, you're actually saving the world.
That
Oh.
actually, speaking of that, you know what really pissed me off was Crisis.
I've
When-
never considered
never-
the Crisis games, like, actually games. I've always thought of them as, like, graphical benchmarks.
That's understandable. But as an actual game itself, I really, really enjoyed Crisis until suddenly no gravity aliens. Then it just kind of all flopped for me. Like, I lost all sense of care. I immediately stopped playing after I was dealing with fucking just that. I just wasn't digging it one bit. It lost a sense of like I was this badass dealing with just normal people, you know. Then I was this badass dealing with these things that are not real people. I don't know. I'm weird.
Now I can definitely understand how that can happen. Games that completely shift in themes jar the hell out of me.
Yeah. It wasn't even a transition. It was just immediate.
Also, everyone's spelling Crisis wrong in the chat, and it's pissing me off.
Yeah. Whatever. They tried.
Indigo Prophecy is another example of that.
I tried to play it, and I got half hour in. I just could not. It was just, I don't know, too much going on the screen at once. Like I think it starts out you're like in a bar, I guess, and there's like this whole other scene playing at the exact same time, and you gotta like keep up to date on what's happening, and then you have to respond to the dialogue stuff very, very fast. I don't know. I was just overwhelmed when I tried to play that game.
Yeah.
So that was a thing. So whatever. I just couldn't handle it. I could mention Cat Lady, but I don't think anyone here has actually played Cat Lady.
Nope.
Yeah.
I watched it.
I thought Cat Lady was an amazing game. It was very, very well done.
It was weird.
It was very weird. It had a very odd atmosphere and rather unsettling. It was very fucking well done, though. I was very impressed. But it's kind of weird to talk about when like not many people like have actually played it. But if you haven't played it and you are in the mood for a darker story, go for it. It's on Steam and such.
God damn, it is almost 9 in the morning.
It is almost 9 in the morning.
Have you? What's the
That's
latest
okay.
you guys have gone?
Like 12. Around 12 or 11. Something like that. We just talk about video games, man. That's how it goes. Opinion on Dragon Age Inquisition. I don't know anything about Inquisition. I have no idea. I'm looking forward to it, but I don't know anything about it.
Oh wait,
That's the newest one that's being made right now.
Yeah. I remember seeing that and being like, oh, alright, Dragon Age game. Maybe it won't be Dragon Age 2. I saw guns and I was immediately turned off.
I don't remember guns. Is there actually guns in Inquisition?
I think so. I'm pretty sure. I remember a dwarf coming out and being like, fucking it's Warcraft and bringing guns and shit, and I'm like,
Wait, there was guns in the first one.
There was?
Wait, not the first one. The second one.
Yeah.
Main dwarf had one.
Second one.
Yeah.
What I'm saying.
The second one sucked, but it
You're
wasn't.
saying you didn't like.
I understand. A lot of people don't like the second one. I didn't like the second one after the Deep Roads, because that's every time after the Deep Roads it just stopped playing. Every time I kept trying to replay it. The second one,
The Legend of Zelda. Oh my God, people, please.
it was a thing. What about Legend of Zelda?
Everyone's opinion on Legend of Zelda. Do you even have to ask?
Opinion on Tomb Raider. Great game.
Yeah, that is a good game.
Really?
Legend of Zelda.
Well, wait, which Tomb Raider? The newest one?
I'm surprised you even know about that game. Mister, please don't spoil it.
Yeah. But like, alright, Legend of Zelda, literally, it seems to be the same deal for like everything, okay? Legend of Zelda is like, it's either everyone in the group loves it, or there's like that one person that absolutely despises the series and they talk about it for like 30 minutes. About why it's a good game. Or some shit like that.
I'm indifferent myself.
Or someone's never played it.
Yep. Well, I played them, but I'm rather indifferent. Like I played as a kid. I never played Ocarina of Time. I watched my friend play it, but I had Majora's Mask and I played the fuck out of that, and that was pretty fun.
Majora's Mask is good.
I wasn't a huge fan of Legend of Zelda just because like you always play as the story of Link. You don't get to identify your own character. You're playing as Link. That's why I like games like Fallout and such, because that's your character you're playing as. I prefer those kind of games as opposed to the adventure of this character that everyone already knows and such. Like a game like Mario and stuff, I can't really get into these days either because it's always that one character and his tail, and we all know that character already.
Fucking Mario again?
Yes, fucking Mario again. Like Mario Galaxy and stuff. I can't play those kind of games anymore. I don't know why.
Oh. Galaxy is literally... Okay, Galaxy is the highest rated game of all time. Think about that for a second.
Mario Galaxy, it's a great game. I just can't play it.
I think it's overrated.
I don't think it's overrated.
Really?
I think it's actually
game of all time.
I do think it's very well done. Everything it did, it's very well rounded. It's just I can't get into it myself.
It's too easy. It's too easy.
Well, it's a family game, pretty much. It's something that you can play, like, you know, you play, like, your little kids can watch, your grandma can watch, all that stuff. It's not meant to be frustrating. It's just meant to be an experience, a journey. But I just can't get into it, just because I don't feel immersed in that kind of situation. I need to get immersed in the game. Cheyenne can't get immersed in anything, for some reason.
No, I don't experience immersion.
Yeah,
Hey,
it
man.
sucks.
Mass Effect was probably the most immersed I've ever been in a video game.
That's fair.
Mirror's
Just because
Edge
like
was a good
all the
game.
detail in it and stuff, like in the
On the chat.
logs and stuff.
Has anyone played Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines?
I have
Nope.
played like
You-
2 hours of VTM.
Oh man, I don't want to spoil it, but I loved it. Like, I hated it at some points because it was a buggy mess, but the actual like, I guess what I just said, you know, the experience, the journey, and all that shit. At the end, I felt very accomplished and was very satisfied. Like the whole thing wrapped up very nicely with the ending that I received. Just know that despite its flaws, it's still a very good experience. Video games.
Yeah. Video games.
Yeah, that's all you really need. Like, you know, a game, it can suck dick at points, but if you feel satisfied at the end of the ride, then it was a good game, in my opinion. However,
No.
no, yeah,
Because there's times where I could feel like I was playing a bad game, and I'm happy I beat it because it's over,
well,
not because I enjoyed it.
I had that same feeling with the Rule of Rose. I had to get drunk to beat that game because it was so fucking shit.
To be honest with you,
What?
that's kind of how I feel about. You know, I can't even say it. I'm just gonna type it in.
Just say it.
'Cause- No. I don't want to type it, say it, because too much backlash.
No, that's fine. That's how you feel about Skyrim. Just say it.
Damn it. That's how I
That's
feel
fine.
about Skyrim.
Really, that's fine. That's absolutely fine. The main quest in Skyrim sucks balls. That's common
does.
knowledge. The side quests
In
are
fact,
far
I
more
don't like-
interesting. I have got almost 50 some odd hours in Skyrim. I think something like
Still
that.
haven't beaten it.
I never beat it. I
You
always did all the
64.
side quests. 64 hours in Skyrim. I
be
never did
honest,
the main
I
quest
have
because I
way more
didn't
hours.
care.
I have way more hours in Skyrim than I should. I think
That's-
actually,
It's a
You
game
know-
that you can do that in, though.
yeah, but I don't like that game. But I have so many hours in it. It
What-
makes no sense to me.
Do you not like it because of the main story, or just like the gameplay, or what?
I don't enjoy it. I can't.
Is the atmosphere?
Alright. So, basically, when I see a game of Skyrim, I look at it as like, oh, I'm supposed to get immersed in this and like all this kind of stuff, right?
Uh-huh.
I look at Skyrim and I'm like, okay, cool, there's towns and stuff, whatever. You're just walking around, and then you just see some random dudes just walking down the road, just like fighting. And it's like, okay, what's going on here? And then you go up, and one of them dies, and he talks to you. He's like, "How you doing, man?" And it's like he just walks by as like nothing happened.
Yeah, that's okay. I do have that issue,
And
too.
like stuff like that, where it's just like stuff that just ruins my suspension of disbelief. I stop like enjoying the game, and I start making fun of it. And I do that literally every 5 seconds in Skyrim. So I don't find it enjoyable.
Yeah, that's a problem with all of fucking Bethesda games, though. Is like
Yeah.
they all have that issue. Like Fallout, I remember.
Fallout.
There was
I-
the issue of there was like a